Good morning. Today we're going to be talking about careers in finance and banking. As you can see in this slide, there are literally dozens of jobs within the banking and finance sector. These can be subdivided down into the type of bank, that is retail, transactional, or corporate, the types of roles, i.e. those focused more on working with clients, or conversely, those on analyzing financial data such as investments or the stock market. Given the multitude of roles in the banking and finance sector, this presentation really is designed to give you guys a broad overview of the various pathways available to you as a job seeker. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide what type of finance or banking jobs appeal to you most. You can do this by doing online research and by talking to the people doing the type of role you're most interested in. Let's get started. For this presentation, we'll focus on some of the most popular careers often chosen by MBA graduates. These are popular mainly due to the high levels of compensation, that is, salary and benefits, degree of complexity, and organizational responsibility, as well as opportunities for promotion. These roles are as follows: Chief Financial Officer, aka CFO, Investment Banker, Portfolio Manager, Financial Analyst, Equity Researcher, and Risk Management Specialist. If you'd like more information on some of these roles and a few other ones, do be sure to check out the CFI website. First up, Chief Financial Officer. The CFO role is typically the highest level attainable position in corporate finance. It involves finding and managing the capital necessary to run the enterprise while maximizing corporate value and reducing financial risk. The CFO's duties include tracking cash flow and financial planning, as well as analyzing the company's financial strengths and weaknesses and proposing corrective actions. Most CFOs, as it says on the slide, have at least a CPA or an MBA. However, the most successful ones usually have both. Common openings in becoming a CFO include starting off as a financial analyst, a tax manager, and eventually a controller, among several others. Up next, investment banker. Some of the most glamorous and intense financial careers are in jobs in investment banking. Investment bankers advise companies for M&A deals, running IPOs, raising capital via debt and equity markets, and in essence, raising money that companies want but don't have by generating demand and interest. Investment banking firms typically have a number of divisions and groups with many different objectives and responsibilities. Working in a traditional investment banking firm would allow you to interact with issuers of securities, mergers, and acquisitions professionals, or the trading desk, which trades stocks, bonds, and other securities in the secondary market. This is an intensely competitive field requiring a combination of financial expertise, excellent negotiation skills, and a high level of confidence. Many investment bankers are typically outgoing, ambitious, organized, status-conscious, and good salespeople. Let's look at our third role, portfolio manager. Portfolio managers specialize in the art and science of making decisions about investment mix and policy, matching investments to objectives, asset allocation for individuals and institutions, and balancing risk against performance. In terms of skills and traits, many portfolio managers are cerebral, highly detail-oriented, very quantitative, and client-focused. A good entry-level position to becoming a portfolio manager is as a financial analyst, which we'll get to in a few slides. Professionals with CFA or CIMA are also a good fit for this type of role. Be sure to investigate these qualifications or credentials so you can see whether or not becoming a portfolio manager appeals to you. Financial analyst. Financial analysts look at a company's or sector's overall performance using a variety of metrics. They review financial decisions based on current economic and market trends, stated business objectives, and possible investment options. Importantly, a financial analyst is interested in both the equity and debt of a firm, as well as economic data. Some financial analysts work internally and help their employees make investments, while others work for third-party firms hired by outside clients to lend their expertise. This type of role requires strong quantitative skills, expert problem-solving ability, adeptness in the use of logic, and above-average communication skills. You will crunch data, but also have to report findings to your superiors in a clear, concise, and persuasive manner. Our next role is as an equity analyst. Now, while financial analysts consider a broad scope, equity analysts focus on the stocks of a company, the equity portion of the capital structure. Equity analysts start off by doing financial modeling and analysis and are responsible for coverage of a specific sector or group of companies. They analyze stocks, including financial modeling and valuation, to help decide the worth of a certain investment. The work of an equity research analyst helps individuals as well as institutional investors make critical investment decisions. This is one of the most valued career roles in finance, which requires insightful knowledge of financial concepts, a good amount of patience, and a high level of ethics to be able to carry out professional responsibilities as desired. Typically, the work in equity research requires building financial models, writing equity research reports, performing industry research, updating Excel spreadsheets and Word documents, talking with the management of the companies they cover, and communicating investment updates to investors and the public. So there's much less of a sales component or client relationship component compared to investment banking. You should enjoy working quietly and independently if you want to be a research analyst. Our sixth and final role is risk management specialist. They focus on identifying and managing different forms of financial risk. They engage in broad-based financial risk analysis and modeling, predictive financial analysis, and other technical aspects. As you can see by now, the financial services and banking industry is multifaceted, offering a variety of positions that cater to a number of different skills and interests. Researching as many roles as possible will help you locate and land the financial or banking job that has the greatest compatibility with your skills and interests.